everyone, thanks so much for tuning in again with me to the SHWeddings YouTube channel. I just wanted to come in and do a quick video. I know that I haven't posted one this week. I've been really busy. My sister is actually here in Chicago and I'm really excited. She's going to be living with me and Josh for about a month or two until she finds a job in an apartment. So today we're actually going downtown on this very chilly and rainy day, which kind of sucks. But she's going to be putting in her application at a few different restaurants and we're going to just kind of do some shopping and have a sister's day. And I'm really excited because these Chanel Cocoa Rouge Shine lipsticks are coming out. And today is the debut of them, and obviously I'm a big nerd, so this is the day that I'm going downtown to see them. But they're actually a hybrid of a lipstick and a lip gloss, and as you guys know, I hate lip glosses because they're so sticky. So I'm going to go try these on and see if it's actually going to be able to give me the effect of a lip gloss while still feeling like a lipstick and not being too sticky. So I'm super excited about that. But today I just wanted to come on and do a quick video about receiving gifts and doing thank you cards for your guests for your wedding. This is probably by far one of the most important things about your wedding. So many people go out of their way to get you gifts and come into your showers and come to the wedding and attend for the whole evening and probably give you a really nice gift as well. So it's so important that you really stay on top of giving out thank you cards for your shower as well as your wedding. I have a couple tips to make that a little bit easier for you and to stay organized. For your shower, I think this is probably going to be a little bit easier for you because your shower is before your wedding, so you're not as frazzled. You probably have a few weeks downtime after your shower before the main wedding planning kicks in, so that's usually a little bit easier. Just beforehand, make just a separate spreadsheet of all of your guests. Also write in their address as well, so it's probably going to be very similar to your master guest list that I spoke about in some of my other videos. This makes it easier, so that way when you're going through each guest, you have their address right there, so you can just address your envelopes and then write what they got you, and then have a little column so you can check off when you've actually written and sent your thank you cards. That makes it so much easier to stay organized. That way if you do them in batches, like you want to do 10 per evening or something, you don't get confused as to whose you've already written. You don't do doubles, you don't forget someone. So I did that for ours and it was really helpful. And then, excuse me, as far as addressing the envelopes, that's probably going to be your biggest task. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a pain, and it's only because there are so many addresses you have to write, and it just seems like it's really time-consuming. The fun part is writing the actual thank you. Addressing envelopes, because you have to do it for your wedding invitation, your save the date, your shower thank you, and then again for the wedding card thank you. It is a little bit daunting, so what I actually recommend is that when you have some downtime with your wedding planning, I called it in another video the wedding planning lull period, go ahead and just purchase all of your thank you cards if you can. I know that a lot of couples like to do the photo of their wedding, like something from their wedding and it says thank you or something. If you can predetermine the size, at least get the envelopes and start addressing all of them ahead of time. And that way when it comes to sending out a shower thank you or a wedding thank you, you have at least a ton of envelopes already addressed and ready to go. Trust me, it makes it a lot easier. I think I did this for our shower. I didn't do it for our wedding just because I hadn't thought of it at that point. So I'm sharing this tip with you guys now and hopefully you'll be able to take advantage of it, especially for wedding present thank yous. That way, when you get back from your honeymoon, it's not this huge daunting thing. You're like, oh, I have to address all of these envelopes after you write out all the thank yous. It can get really difficult, especially because when you get back from your honeymoon, you're like, I just want to relax, I don't want to do anything. It's like it's definitely more difficult at that point. So that's something that I definitely recommend, is to just pre-address as many envelopes as possible. You can even do that for wedding invitations as well. Like if you're waiting for your invitations to come back from the printer and you're just doing basic envelopes from like a store or something, go ahead and pre-address as many of them as possible. That way you save yourself some time as well. We did that for our wedding. My cousin Erin, who designed our invitations, actually told me about that. So that was really helpful. Another thing to do ahead of time is when you're buying postage, buy all of your postage at once at the post office. I know it can be really expensive. You're almost spending like probably upwards of $200 at the post office for save the date postage, invitation postage, you know, and then you have shower postage and then wedding thank you postage, and that's a lot. But if you buy it all at once at the post office, trust me, you won't have to worry about making runs to the post office. I know, especially if you work 9 to 5, it's hard to get to the post office and they're only open for a few hours on Saturdays. Sometimes that's the hardest part about sending out a thank you card, is actually getting to the post office. So if you just buy it all ahead of time, you won't have to worry about that as well. So I think that's pretty much it as far as doing preparations ahead of time. It really does help though, just from my experience. I know with other clients that I've suggested this to as well, they're like, oh my gosh, it has saved me so much time and worry. I just wanted to recommend that to all of you guys as well. And then as far as actually writing thank you cards, I'm a real stickler for thank yous. I think that they're probably probably the most important part of your wedding. I know that sounds really strange, but I'm just that kind of person where I know that like if I go to an event, it takes time to go there, it takes effort, you have to dress up, you have to bring the couple up a gift, it takes time out of your entire weekend. And not that I'm saying that it's like a pain for me to go to a wedding, I'm not saying that at all. Of course, as a wedding planner, I love going to weddings, but just remember that you are taking time out of someone's day and that they are choosing your wedding over something else. So that's saying a lot for a guest to want to come to your wedding. So make sure that you do thank them just for coming. I know that a lot of people kind of forget that when they're writing out the thank you. They think that they're just thanking them for the cash or the gift. But make sure you thank them for coming and say how much their presence meant to you. Especially if you're having a smaller wedding like we did, where everyone there just meant the absolute world to us. We really wanted to make sure that the greatest gift of all was actually coming to the wedding. That's something that I think is really, really important when you're writing out your thank yous, and that goes for the shower too. People take time out of their Sunday afternoon to come to your shower, and it's just really nice to make sure that they know that they were appreciated. And then the other thing too is, of course, you want to address the gift that they got you. It's also good to kind of maybe talk about how you're going to use it, how excited you are, because I mean, you're obviously registering for these gifts, so you know that you're going to use them eventually, and just maybe talk about some memories that you'll create with them. That's what I was kind of thinking about when I was writing out my shower cards and my wedding thank you cards. I was receiving a lot of gifts that I knew that would create memories for my husband and I. Like for a lot of the cash gifts that we received, we purchased dining room table, which I'm actually looking at right now, which was a really big deal for us because that's where we're hosting family dinners, holidays, things like that. So that person's money actually went towards a wonderful memory for me and my husband. So we talked about that in our thank you cards. Just talking about how happy you are to have them in your life, how easier it's going to make your life, or how excited you are to have it, just things like that. Writing a thank you card is actually kind of fun. I enjoy writing them, but it's just the addressing part I really hate. So just make sure that you are very thoughtful with your wedding cards. You put a lot of effort into them, and your guests are sure to love them. It's the last thing that they're going to receive from you about their wedding, so it's kind of like the perfect end note to your entire wedding celebration. So I hope you guys found those tips useful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.